Well, hello everyone.
Hello.
Here we are again. Episode 1 of Mermaid's Tale, our podcast for Mermaid Cove Productions.
Yes.
Trying again. The beauty behind it, I think, is that this is nowhere near the first time we've tried this, nor is it the second.
Or the third.
Oh my goodness. So I think when you look at a YouTube channel and you're watching it and you realize, you look at it and you're like, wow, that's easy. We should do that. We should do a podcast.
Yes.
It's easy. They just sit there and they talk into a microphone for minutes on end or hours on end. Some of them are like 3 hours, but you look at it and you're like, yeah, we can do a podcast. Let's just do it.
But it's not easy.
It hasn't been easy.
It hasn't been easy.
And part of it might be that I made it overcomplicated with the equipment. But, you know, when you start from scratch, you don't really know.
Right.
And you don't really have much of a budget. It is what it is.
It is what it is, yes.
Yeah. So last time we thought we had it right, but the camera's turned off. And, you know, full disclosure, I didn't buy the best cameras because, again, I didn't have $15,000 laying around.
Well, also as the saying goes, you live and learn.
You do.
You do.
And I'm learning. Yeah. Get with me after this thing, tell you what I messed up before we even started this. So,
That's right.
But yeah.
If you need help with your podcast, don't come to us.
No, please. Not right now. So anyways. So yeah, we have some things to learn about, to talk about. Definitely on our first episode. I guess we'll just start with who we are.
We are.
Who are you?
I'm Angie.
You're Angie.
I'm Angie.
And I'm Scott. And we decided for the fun of it that we would start Mermaid Cove Productions, which has a couple of things that we'll talk about that we do. But let's talk about some of your background. I think you used to do some high-end art printing.
I did.
You? Yeah.
Yes, I was the high-end art reproduction printer for P. Buckley Moss, who was she was a Virginia artist. She's now unfortunately passed away, but I worked there for almost 20 years printing her artwork and working on her websites, doing promotional marketing. I just did a lot of things there.
Oh yeah. Which that's kind of the experience that you bring here.
A lot of experience from that. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And I'm Scott, and I do not have a background in podcasting, as we have learned. But also, my background is more in diesel repair. But my entire life, I spent photographing and taking photographs, and then I was always creative in writing. Just recently went to doing more as an author and a published author. And I guess that's where sort of the publishing part of this company came about. It started with wanting to publish my books. And it's ballooned, thankfully, into more than just that. So I guess what I bring to this is I just try to bring some extra creativity and support in it. So yeah, I guess that's a good way to, I would say, transition over into some of the things that we do here. Right. I think the first episode we'll just talk about what we do.
Well, let's we haven't, said it, but we also have a couple other people that does work with us.
Yes.
Physically, we have Helena Crevel. She's our in-house illustrator, and she's illustrated 3/4 of our books for us.
Yes.
And continuing to work on many more as we go. And we also have Rachel.
Yeah.
Who is our graphic designer, and she works on some of the books for us and other marketing materials for us. So,
okay. Yeah. And I think we have We have an editor for children's books that we use exclusively.
Yes.
Yeah. And Helena has done amazing. And I can't wait to get her on the podcast and get her on the episode so everybody can meet her. Every time we ask her to do something, and we're like, I don't know if that's in her wheelhouse or not, or something, and she can do it. She can do it. Very amazing artist, able to just do some of the best work. And if you just see some of the quality, especially quality children's books, but I mean, she was part of the cookbook too, and and we'll continue to be part of any book. A lot of, I think she can do anything. So,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So we're a team here in our small studio, and we try to find good talent where we can, for both editing and illustrations. I think our goal is to make sure that our product that we put out on the shelf is as good a quality as you will buy from any major publisher. So if, without looking in the front covers or on the back, you could pull one of our books off the shelf and say that it is of the same quality or better than the major publishing houses.
Absolutely. That's our goal.
Yeah. And that's the goal. And I think as a hybrid publisher, we have the ability to put a little bit more time and effort in your project. Right. I know in mine. But we use, I guess that's just a good segue. Let's get into the Mermaid Cove Publishing side of it.
Right.
So we run Mermaid Cove Publishing with an imprint, which is
Little Starfish Books.
Little Starfish Books, which is an imprint, which we try to save for board books
and like picture books.
That's right. Yeah. So the younger audience, we use Little Starfish Books. And the goal is to be able to bring authors of any genre to print.
Right.
And I guess what we should do is describe exactly what a hybrid publisher is and how do we differ from, say, your standard publisher or getting your book published through one of the major presses.
Right, which is actually a traditional publisher.
Publisher.
Well, traditional publisher, you have to have an agent. That's the only way you're going to get to them. And you have to hire an agent. So you're paying an agent. Then the agent takes your manuscript, your ideal, to that traditional publisher. And that still doesn't guarantee it. It has to be something they feel that they could make money off of. And if they do, then they'll give you a contract and you go from there. But very few people get through to a traditional publisher. Yes. It's just really hard to do. You have to really have the next best seller to get through to them.
Or be famous.
Already. Of course, they're going to go ahead and publish your book if you're already, the best-selling author. Yes. Right. And as we're a hybrid publisher, so we're kind of in between. We're not traditional, but we're not just your, we'll do whatever you need for the money and leave you to yourself, self-publishing thing. We work as a partner with authors. So the authors invest a little bit. We invest a little bit into publishing and we work together. And then our authors get a higher royalty rate than they do with traditional publishers, and they don't have to put all the work into trying to self-publish yourself.
Right. So our goal, I think maybe you would agree too, our goal would be to be that next step up from just self-publishing print on demand.
Right. Right. And there's a lot of people that don't have the knowledge or the time to put into self-publishing. We just had, another author that we're working with. They don't have the time to try to go and self-publish themselves. So, and they don't have all the knowledge to lay out and set up everything, find an illustrator. So we're kind of the in-between.
Right.
For that.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think it's important to point out that when we say print on demand, we're talking like the Amazon.
Amazon, and there's a few others out there that are print on demand.
Right.
Right.
And if you write a book, and you can, if you go to Amazon, they have a template, upload your book,
Yes.
and get your ISBN, and you can go that route.
Right.
If you're comfortable with that, you can. Then we read other day how many books per day are put on Amazon.
Well, it wasn't per day. It was just there are, I can't even remember, tens of millions of books on Amazon right now.
I thought it was like 44 million.
It was. I think it is around that. Yeah, it was just under 50 million books are listed on Amazon for sale.
Right.
So if you self-publish your book, you go to Amazon, you self-publish your book, that's the only place you're going to be is on Amazon, your book, unless you go out and sell it yourself. So you are in that sea of books, hoping that somebody will find your book.
Right. So I we talk to a lot of people, and I think there's a chance you could get some sales on Amazon, but there's also a chance that you won't sell a lot on Amazon. And we were just discussing this other day, or maybe it was this morning, that in order to get your product there, Amazon leans towards sponsors. So if you're a sponsor, and when someone's searching something, the sponsors come up first.
Yes, the first two lines they say now is all sponsored.
It's all sponsors.
Sponsored ads.
Yeah. So so that larger publishers or other are putting their books up there, and so you're farther down the search page. So your search page for somebody that's searching for a particular book. Especially if it's genre, it'd be the tens of thousands. The pages would be in the hundreds. And after page 5 or 6, some of them start to repeat.
Right.
The same thing over, and so that's just a challenge. As an author, you can be self-published, and so that's a challenge as a self-published author. Where I think we fit in that is above that, and I think you hit the nail on the head when you say that as an author you invest in your book, right? But we also invest in the book.
That's right.
And there's the difference.
Yes.
There if you're like, should I go through a hybrid publisher or should I use a true hybrid publisher? And a lot of people call themselves hybrids, and they're not hybrids. If you're talking to a publisher and they're just telling you how much it costs and not telling you what they're investing in it. Like if they're telling you it's $5,000 for this book, and they're not telling you what they're investing.
Right.
It's not really a hybrid publishing.
Yes,
company.
That's true.
So the publishing company has to have some skin in the game.
Absolutely.
And I think you would agree that for our authors, we invest in that author. We invest in that book too, because just like them, we want a return on an investment.
Absolutely.
If your book doesn't sell, we don't.
Right.
Get
Absolutely.
Any return
we could. There are actually hybrid publishers out there that all they do is take your book, go to Amazon, publish it, and that's it. And you're paying them for that, where we do a lot more than that. Not saying our books aren't on Amazon. All the books we publish are on Amazon, but we go beyond that.
Right.
We put more time into it and our own investment.
And that's, I think I like when we talk about printing, and we do use print on demand.
We do. Yeah.
Ingram Sparks.
Right.
Mainly for the distribution. Mainly for distribution. Because getting into, as a small hybrid publisher, as any small publisher, getting into a distribution house is extremely difficult.
Very.
Not that we're not there yet, not that we won't ever be there, but it depends on catalog size.
And
there's
your
a lot
sales.
of factors.
It depends on your sales for the previous year.
So you're sort of a catch-22. You have to show sales.
Yes.
But you have
high
to have
sales.
Yes. And you have to have a big catalog. for it. So, as a goal, working that way, but we use Ingram Sparks for the distribution.
Right.
And it does work.
It does work.
It's not a silver bullet, but it does work. I would think that you would agree that we take multiple avenues.
We do.
In promoting and selling a book.
Right.
And there may be Ingram Sparks print on demand as one avenue. And then that book is sold at off the websites and stuff like that.
Right.
And we might use a different printer for a special edition.
Right. Because Ingram Spark, it is going to go, it's going to be, you'll see it on Barnes & Noble, you'll see it on Amazon. It'll be distributed to other distributors throughout the world. So it could be sold and someone can buy your book in Germany and anywhere else. The only major problem with Ingram, there's not a lot of compensation when it sells.
Right.
At all.
Yeah.
So that's one of the big things, but it does get it out there.
Yeah.
So get your book out there.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's part of the issue we ran into or have run into with somebody like Ingram Sparks is on an annual basis, which everybody understands. On an annual basis, there's usually price increases on something, 3 to 5%. And you set your book to be within to sell, competitively with Random House or Penguin. As those printing costs increase, your profit margin decreases.
Right, absolutely. And that's the hard thing, is trying to keep the price of your book competitive, but also at least have some kind of compensation once it sells through one of these print on demands. And I will throw a little tidbit in there. I have written a few blog posts about Ingram and Amazon that's on our website. If anybody want to read and get a little bit more information about printing with these print on demand, so they can look that up on our website.
That's a good plug. Our website does have a lot of good information on it. Yeah. As you can see, I didn't buy the best mic stands. I wonder
why that's
I don't even have an extra, not even a month on these, but I'll have to try to tighten something up here later. But this is the first episode, and we're going with it.
That's right.
Anyways, turn what?
To like this.
Oh, like this? Oh,
yeah, that'll be a little better. There you go. That's a little better.
Falls straight down there. Yeah, I'm looking at how it's recording. Yours recording a lot louder than mine. So
toned it up.
In post-production, all that should take care of itself, which is something else we had to learn. But I think that was a great discussion on the publishing arm and what we can do as what we do as publishers. I like to at least let people know that with Mermaid Cove Publishing, we're writers and we're avid readers, that we like to be creative with people's books, and what we want to do is make sure that there's the highest quality out there, that you have the best chance in selling. In the end, it comes down to the product.
Right, it does. It does.
But exposure is part of it, and we do, I think, are pretty creative in getting your book exposed to the market and getting it out there, whether it be festivals, or like I said, our own website, our Amazon store, stuff like that.
Right.
We'll continue to make that better and better as we go.
And one thing you just barely touched on is we do use other printers besides print on demand.
Yes.
And we do that in order to, as you said, maybe have a special edition of a book that's maybe has printed in sheets, which is right inside the cover. So it's a little bit different, and we can use those to sell on our own website as a special edition through the fairs and festivals. And they're a little bit, they are a little bit better quality, but they're a little bit more special because we put, other elements in these special edition books.
Yeah. And I think that's an important point. If you're print on demand only, if you want to go and just print on Amazon only as print on demand, upload it and print it, you're limited to what they allow you to do. And like you said, no end sheet. printing.
No printed in sheets,
You
no
know.
cutouts,
Right.
nothing special.
Yeah,
It's just a regular book.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And so that's why we look at other printers. We're constantly shopping other
Right.
printers to find somebody that can do what you may want for
Right.
your book.
And that goes back to, we put the investment in because all these other printers, there are minimum book orders.
Yeah,
Some of these other printers are not print on demand, so you have to buy in bulk. Some of them, the more books you buy, the cheaper per book. Some of them do have just a minimum. Once you hit that minimum, the book price is always the same, but you do still have to buy a minimum
yeah,
from any of these printers
Exactly.
in order to afford it on some
Yeah.
of them. So we
Yeah.
do put that extra in that sense too.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we also work with smaller and local bookstores
We do.
to get the author's books in those. And as our network grows, it'll continue to
Right.
grow in that respect. So as a hybrid, I think that you can compare us with other hybrids. You know, it's not just comparing prices. Like I said, if you are comparing hybrid publishers on who to go with, find out what they're investing in your book.
Right.
If they're saying pay us $5,000 and you get 25 books and we'll publish your book and distribute it through Ingram, Sparks, or Amazon, then you're not getting the best investment for your money.
Right.
Are they buying 100 books? You know, are they going to festivals and putting your books out there for sale? Are they giving you an artist website, an actual artist website that's kept up, a web page that has events and stuff like that on it that your followers can do.
Right.
Just certain things you might.
Are they
wanna
doing
look into.
social media to get
Any
your book
social
out?
media, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of things to think about. There's some expensive publishers out there that are not trad publishers.
Right.
Again, the traditional publisher will pay you for your book.
Right. They pay you up front. They give you upfront pay.
Right.
But
And you're not going to get $1.4 million because your name isn't Shaq O'Neal
right.
or,
Right.
somebody big like that.
But also they pay you up front. However, your royalty rate is usually, maybe you're lucky, be 10%. However, you don't get any royalties until that upfront advance is paid back.
Right. So think about that. You need, if your pay, this is just, let's just say 10,000. Doubtful. Well, what if it's 10,000?
Right.
You're not going to get any royalty until that $10,000 is made up. And so you've sold $10,000 worth of
Right.
books, and that's an important point. And then when you get it, it's a lower royalty rate,
Right.
where you earn royalty from us from day one,
Right.
every book.
Yeah.
From the
Right.
beginning.
Anywhere from 60 to 80%.
Right. If we sell your book, you get a royalty between 60 and 80%. Yeah. It doesn't matter what our investment is in
Right.
on our sub point.
Right.
You authors buy their books at author's price. And then you can sell it whatever you want to
That's right.
and make whatever profit you want. We determine the best price for the book, and then you can decide how you want to sell it.
That's right. Yes.
And you make profit on that, and with us, you make a higher royalty for it. So yeah. But I don't think that's all we do. We're Mermaid Cove Productions, so we also do art reproduction,
Right.
selling, printing,
Yes.
giclée printing,
Giclée printing and photographic printing.
and photographic printing. And giclée printing is just a process.
It's just a process. The word giclée just means to spray. So you're using a inkjet printer, which has, I think, between 11 and 12 inks in it. And it's just a process. It just means to spray, which is what it's doing on the paper. But it's that you're using fine art paper and you're using the inks that are made for that process. So that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a
Archival inks. I think they
archival.
call
That's
it.
the word. Yeah. I couldn't
archival
find.
inks that have a guarantee for not fading for 50 years.
Right, and archival paper.
If combined with the correct paper and if stored the correct way.
Absolutely.
If they're covered in plastic, is acid free or
Right.
something like
Right.
that. And so that's what we do. So we'll get your original. We'll capture the original. Either through scanning. Or through I have a special camera and lens
Right.
that I take a high-end photo of it, and then we color correct.
We color correct.
And the process for color correcting is to make sure that reproductions
As close as it can be to the original. That means what we do is we take it, the first image, we print it on, our photo paper, we compare it, and then we make adjustments to get it as close to the original as possible.
Yeah. And which is important.
It's very important.
So we print also on canvas.
Yeah, we can print on canvas too.
So canvas, and we can do other creative stuff.
Right, and we can use matte paper because some instances, like we do some of your photography, some of the photos we print them on matte paper.
Yeah.
And then we use luster paper, which is not really, most people when they think of photo paper, they think of just a shiny photo paper you buy. But luster is not as high gloss, and it just, looks much better. We can also, which we've used, what's called like a metallic luster paper, which gives a little bit of metallic sheen to it. So we have several different papers and styles that we've used over the years. So,
Your artwork can also be put on and sold on cards. We
do make cards, note cards.
Yeah, which I was pretty surprised at how popular note cards still are.
Yeah,
every festival we go to, they're pretty popular.
they are.
And people like your artwork. They may not want to buy a 2-foot piece of what you have, but they'd be glad to go home with some note cards.
Note cards
with it. Yeah. And so
Yeah.
it's just another avenue of getting your art out there. Yeah. And so we use professional printers
with professional paper and ink.
Yeah.
And
large format, so we're able to do up to 44
inches.
I don't know, is that wide or whatever, but it'll go a fairly large piece.
Yeah, that could be wide, and you can do a huge
5
panoramic if you want it.
Right, or panoramic, or foot tall,
Yeah.
44 inches wide,
True,
but a 6 foot tall, print,
Right.
if you wanted to.
Which I did that in my previous job. We did do quite a few large prints like that.
Yeah, and then we also use the Pro 1000 Canon. Very good at doing picture reproductions.
Right, and it does the note cards very well too.
Yeah, note cards. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And you're smaller. I do a lot of the 8x10s and everything on that one.
Yeah. Right. So.
Because it also has a 12 inks in it. So.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest difference between your home printer and these other printers is the amount of colors that are available.
Right. And it's a type of ink too.
Yeah. Yeah. It is archival.
Yeah.
Your HP home printer doesn't have this, and you can print your photos with that, but they will fade.
They will fade,
and the depth is not there.
No, it's different colors because your home computer usually is only RGB, only has 4 colors.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the advantage of using these better printers. Also, the way it's captured too, and the amount of DPI is captured in. It gives us the ability to print and reproduce it. Large reproductions is where it's at.
Right.
Yeah. So, well, I think on the production side, that's the fun side of it. The books are fun.
Oh, the books are fun. I enjoy the books.
But all of it's challenging.
It is all
in its own way. But it gives the artist and the author, the opportunity to reproduce their work, especially if you're an artist and you don't know how to do it or have the equipment to do it.
Right.
You know,
Right.
we've invested in the equipment, we've invested in the know-how, and so there are a lot of artists out there that do a lot of painting,
Right.
and there's a lot of photographers. What you do
Yes.
with your photography, if you don't want to invest in the Canon Pro 1000 or
Right,
1100 or a large format printer, what would you do with it?
Right.
You know, you can control, or at least you know, it's going somewhere that's controlling the, controlling how well it's done. You know,
Right.
you're not going to. There's online services that does stuff like
Oh,
that,
there's-
but you
there's
don't know
quite
what
a
you're
few of
getting
them.
until
Right.
it shows up.
Right.
You know, and I don't know if there's any online service that will do color correction or anything like that. You send a file to them,
Right.
and that's what they're going to
That's
print.
what you get.
You know, where we print it and compare until it's done right.
Right.
And so that's the difference with working with a studio like us. And it is a studio,
It is.
and it's now a podcast studio. Congratulations.
Yes. Multi-use.
Multi-use, yeah. If you come to see us, it's pretty small for now. And yeah, everything's on wheels, so we move around when we need it, and then move it back when we don't need it.
That's right. Including our own chairs on wheels.
And on chairs. That's right. So I think for the first episode, pretty much covered it all. You know, what we do and how we do it and
Right.
why we do it. I don't know why we do it, but I do it because I think it's a passion,
It is.
and we love to
is.
do it.
Yeah.
And our tagline, for at least on the publishing side, is, you know, you have a story,
Tell it.
so tell it. You know, and we certainly believe that, whether the story is through books
Right.
or through your artwork. You have something, you should go ahead and tell it, and we like to be that avenue for you,
Right. Absolutely.
for telling your story. You know, and especially I think when it comes to writing books and publishing books, everybody has. I just feel everybody can do it. Whether it's poetry, we have a poetry book.
Right.
We have a religious book already printed. Of course, there's plenty of children's books. We have a cookbook. Your story might be through cooking. Your story might be through sharing your recipes for the next generation for your family. You know, we can do legacy books where maybe you just want to do a book just for your family,
Right,
not
right.
for publication. But you want it. You don't want something that's been printed and stapled together. You want a real quality book, you know, that will stay on the shelf for your children and grandchildren.
We have a historical fiction that's going to be out this year.
Yeah. Based on local area.
The local.
Yeah. Really good book. I think that's another one we're going to have a special edition
We are.
for. So yeah, take a look on that. So, yeah.
And we have our future podcasts. We'll have some of our authors on here with us, right?
Absolutely.
We're going to try to connect with Helena, our illustrator, which she actually lives in Paris, France. So
Yeah.
we'll see how that goes. We'll have Rachel, our graphic designer, on here for an episode.
That's another technical thing I'll have to learn and
We'll have to
overcome,
figure
but
that
we'll
out.
get her on
We'll
there.
get it. We'll get it.
We'll get Helen on
Yeah.
here. Rachel, yeah, of course, any and all of our authors and artists
That
are
we
going
can
to
get
come
in
through
here.
here.
Yeah.
Even maybe a Sasquatch. You never know.
We're going to try to get him in
try
here.
to get
We're
it.
going to try to get him.
Try to get the floating squatch.
Yep.
If we can.
Shenandoah Squatch. in here.
Shenandoah Squatch. That's right. And if you don't know what that is, check out our books. We have one online. So I guess that's about it. I guess we'll call it episode 1 here. Call to action. So if you liked it, give us a thumbs up
And subscribe.
and subscribe to it so you know when the next episode is coming. Hopefully this one will go to print.
I hope so.
5 or 6 times in. Hopefully this is the one that goes to print. And then,
You can always check out our website.
Yeah,
if
check
you
it.
want to know anything else about us.
right, mermaidcoveproductions.com.
Yep, it'll be in the description also.
Yeah. So I guess thank you, everyone.
Yes,
We'll
thank
see
you.
you next time. We'll go out with a little bit of music if it works.